Getting harder way Southern T. Back with another EP. Glad y'all good folks making y'all do your boy a favor. Smash that like button for your boys. You roll on in. YouTube. Same reason I'm not lighting from snitching. That boy smoke. Getting high way said to my I was talking to my mom in the front, getting her done. My brother her too. We have a family reunion this thing. Appreciate y'all folks sliding through this thing. Glad y'all can make it. Glad y'all can make it. Today I'm here with a little different EP. Today we're here to talk about the 135-pound division. We got two great fighters we talking about today. When I say two great fighters, that's exactly what I meant to say. You feel me? Issac Cruz, and we got Rayo. You know what I mean? Rayo. Y'all may know Rayo. Jose Valenzuela. Let me make sure I got my shit twerking in my studio. Jose Valenzuela, the young knockout king, young knockout artist. You know what I mean? He called out another young knockout king, young knockout artist. Y'all might know this guy. This guy goes by the name of Issac Cruz. I wonder why my picture ain't up here. But this young guy goes by the name of Issac Cruz. You know what I mean? Rayo is an up-and-coming prospect at the 135-pound division. He hadn't fought, a whole lot of guys. You know what I mean? A whole lot of notable guys, right? He hadn't fought a whole lot of notable guys, right? But he's a young guy, you know what I mean? So that's expected. Nobody's expecting, young fighters to jump out, they first 5 or 6 fights. No one expecting them to jump out their first 5 or 6, you know what I mean, and be world beaters. But I like the track that Jose Valenzuela is on. Jose Valenzuela is 12-0, 8 knockouts, 23 years old, 5'10", with a 70-inch arm reach. You know what I mean? His biggest fight to date, we got Francisco Vargas, Austin Dulé. You know what I mean? Those are names that you might recognize. Francisco Vargas, Austin Dulé. He also has a fight coming up next Saturday against Jarrell Corrales. Jarrell Corrales is 26-4. I think this is for the WBC belt. It's for the WBC Continental America's title. I think Corrales is actually like a mandatory, you know what I mean, for the WBC of some sort. So I think this fight may have, it's most definitely a title fight. It's going to be Rayo's, Jose Valenzuela's first title fight, most definitely, and it's going to be his first, step-up fight. Jarrell Corrales, he's a guy. He himself, he's only lost to top-notch fighters as well. You know what I mean? Corrales is actually coming off an upset victory in his last fight. Now, it's a bit of an upset victory, right? But Corrales is more than, a game opponent. But Corrales is more than, a game opponent. So his last fight was an upset. But totality, it really wasn't an upset when you consider, the level of fighter that Corrales is. So I'm about to put some names to these faces for y'all. Hold on, my shit froze up. Can y'all hear me? I'm about to put some names to these faces so y'all could, see who we talking about, because that's what I do over here on Southern T. You know what I mean? I put names with faces, so let's check them out. In case y'all don't know, Rayo Jose Valenzuela, he fights out of the David Benavidez camp. He's a member of team Benavidez. He's facing off against Jarrell Corrales. This fight is this Saturday. Valenzuela versus Jarrell Corrales, 31 years old, 5'6", 67-inch arm reach. This guy right here, he's one of those crafty veteran fighters, you know what I mean? He's one of those guys who will give a prospect a run, a nice run too, like no slouch or nothing like that. He has 4 losses. Right? He has a loss to Alberto Mercado. Y'all know Alberto Mercado, right? Prospect Alberto Mercado used to be a highly touted prospect, you know what I mean? But Alberto Mercado, shout out Alberto Mercado. He also faced off Ladarius Miller. Y'all, my boy. He faced off, he sure did fight Ladarius, didn't he? Corrales faced off against my boy Ladarius Miller, 21-2. Y'all see that right there? Y'all see that right there? My boy, Ladarius Memphis Miller, what's good, King? Appreciate you sliding through this joint. King, what's up, King? I'm gonna have King on this show one day too. I talked to King too. I talked to him in real life, Ladarius Memphis Miller. He also fought Chris Colbert. You know what I mean? So Rayo has a fight. Rayo has a fight coming up this weekend with Jezreel Corrales, right? Jose Valenzuela. But I'm not here to talk about that fight that he got coming up this weekend just yet. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do that fight breakdown and prediction a little later this week. You know, maybe like a Wednesday, like a Thursday, or something like that. But this EP right here is about Jose Valenzuela, man. Jose Valenzuela, you know, he took to social media to call out Issac Cruz. You know what I mean? And Rayo is at that point in his career, right? Rayo is at that point in his what's good, Just Do. Appreciate you sliding through this, John. Just Do. Glad you can make it. Rayo is at that point in his career, right? Where it's about time for him to take that step up. You know what I mean? In competition. And I don't mean like he got to fight like a world beater or nothing like that, right? But I mean like it's time for him to gradually, you know, take that step up in competition so he don't lose some of the skills that he's got. You know what I mean? Because this guy early in his career, he was a masterful boxer with power. Now I kind of see him rely more on his power, which get him hit more in fights. But because he know that if he connects on the guy and lands on the guy, more than likely he go put that guy out of there. He could get away with it right now. But Jose Valenzuela, he said, he got me some Obama runs rolled up. We working today. Oh yeah, fast just do. You know, so he's kind of gotten a little comfortable with his power, but he possesses all the skills you need. Dog, I don't know what the hell just happened. I don't know what the hell just happened. So where I stopped it? Let me see where I stopped it real quick, y'all. Let me see where I stopped it real quick, y'all. Let me see where I stopped it, y'all. Right now. But Jose Valenzuela, you got me some Obama runs rolled up. We working today. Oh yeah, fast just do. You know, so he's kind of gotten a little comfortable with his power, but he possesses all the skills you need. Yeah, okay. So now I know where I was at. So Jose Valenzuela, right? He possesses. He's gotten kind of comfortable, you know, fighting within his power, relying on his power a little bit. You know what I mean? But he does possess all the skills that you need, you know, from a boxer. I think it's time to bump up his level of competition so that he don't get comfortable in his own way. So he don't get comfortable. So he don't get comfortable so he don't get comfortable with that competition level being where it is right now. You know what I mean? It's a saying in boxing, right? If you don't use it, it's the saying period, right? Not just in boxing. If you don't use it, you lose it, right? And I think they talking about boxing skills when they say that, right? If you possess, all the boxing tools like Valenzuela possessed, which he displayed earlier, right? But they keep putting you in there with lackluster competition, right? And you're not having to use it. Eventually, you're going to get comfortable, with just your power, and that's going to become the way you fight. So I think what's good, Monica? What's good, Monica? My boy Edgar Chavez. Appreciate you sliding through this junk. I think that's where I think they should up Jose Valenzuela's competition right now to avoid that. Now I'm not saying throw him right in there with Issac Cruz. He's saying throw him in there with Issac Cruz, right? But I'm not saying throw him right in there with Issac Cruz. You know what I mean? I just think that it's time, that we slowly, right? I just think that it's time that we slowly start to adjust his competition level. But I do like the fact that he personally, has set out to call out Issac Cruz. I do like that. You know what I mean? I think that's a step in the right direction for this prospect. You know what I mean? I believe, and I've been on Jose Valenzuela for a minute. Right? I believe Jose Valenzuela, man. I believe this gonna be one of them guys. I believe he gonna be one of them stars. In the future, for boxing. You could throw David Benavidez in there too, right? You know what I mean? I talked about David Benavidez earlier as well. You could throw, David Benavidez, Rayo, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Cool Boy Steph, guys like that. I think these are the future stars of boxing right now, and I think Rayo falls right into place with the rest of them. I'm not sure if he will get this, Issac Cruz fight next necessarily, right? Not sure if he'll get it next. Not even sure if the fight being next would be. Not even sure if the fight being next, would be the best thing for him. But I do like where his mind is at as a young fighter, especially when we live in times, right, where these young fighters seem to do everything but fight, tough competition. And also, this will answer a few questions for Issac Cruz too, right? Because where I think, Issac Cruz is a pretty good fighter. Where I think Issac Cruz, passable, what I mean? Where I feel like he may have, done enough to be considered one of the bright future prospects, right? There are people who feel like Issac Cruz still ain't done nothing yet. There are people who feel like Issac Cruz best win is a loss to Tank Davis. You know what I mean? And understand when I say that, that's not a shot. But you get what I'm saying? Like we give people credit for fighting the best and having the best on their resume. True. But we give, more credit for beating the best and fighting the best on your resume, right? For fighting the best and beating the best in your division, right? So where I give Issac Cruz credit, for stepping in there with a Tank Davis, taking Tank Davis 12. Somebody else may see it as simply as just another simple loss. Like you went in there, you lost, none more to it. Ain't no such thing as more victories. Get your ass up out of here, 17. You know what I mean? So this would be a fight for Issac Cruz, you know what I mean, to prove himself as well. Issac Cruz just got his second big time fight, right? Yurioka's young boy, and he fought Tank Davis first. So the jury's still out on Issac Cruz as well. The jury's still out on Issac Cruz as well. You know what I mean? So I think this will be a good fight for both of these guys. I think this will be a good fight for both of these guys to answer a lot of questions and to prove themselves all at the same time. You know what I mean? Because both guys are about the same age. Both guys are about the same age. You know what I mean? I'm finna kill this watch, y'all. Both guys are about the same age, you know what I mean? So this fight, okay, it went away. My bad. That man went away. Both fighters are about the same age, you know what I mean? So this fight ain't gonna be, where one guy is, too advanced for the other. It feel like Issac Cruz been around for a long ass time, right? Because he has. Like Issac Cruz been with PBC since he was about 18 years old. You know what I mean? So if it feel like that he's a lot older than Rayo, it's because he's just been around, you know what I mean, for a long time. But they're about the same age. Issac Cruz feels like, he's been around for a minute, with that mini Pitbull, with that mini Mike Tyson, sticks that they was pushing early on him, but he ain't been around that long. So this This will basically be, you know, prospect versus prospect fight between Jose Valenzuela and Issac Cruz. You know what I mean? But I want to read off to y'all exactly verbatim what Jose Valenzuela had to say to Issac Cruz. I'm gonna read off to y'all verbatim exactly what he had to say. We got about 3 minutes left, so let me go on, get y'all right real quick. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have Desmond Nichols on too. Desmond Nichols, I did something to you earlier about Desmond Nichols calling out David Benavidez. I'm gonna have him on the show today about 4 p.m., 5 p.m. He gonna come through about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You know, kick it with us. Kick it with us. He gonna come through at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. We go have us a live interview. Desmond Nichols coming through to talk to us about this David Benavidez fight. You know what I mean? That he's trying to pursue. And my brother got all of my support, you know, in that. You know what I mean? Type deal. So make sure y'all fall back through for that for that Desmond Nichols interview a little later. I'm gonna set it up for y'all so y'all can know exactly what the time we go promote it. We gonna get that thing going. But let me read to y'all exactly what Jose Valenzuela had to say about his upcoming fight Saturday, which I'm gonna do a Southern T on, and what Jose Valenzuela had to say about his next fight with Issac Cruz. You know, if it works out the way he wants it, he said if it works out the way that he wants it, right, he would like to fight Corrales this weekend for the championship, and then go right into an Issac Cruz fight. I'm about to read to y'all exactly what the brother said. You know what I mean? He said, I think that's a great fight. He said, I think that's a great fight. He talking about the fight between him and Issac Cruz. If you've been following my career, I've been asking for Issac Cruz since before he fought Tank. And after I beat Corrales, hopefully they can make that fight happen. I know me and my team are down to do it, so I'm hoping his team and himself are down to do it as well. He said he gave Tank a good fight. We all know he gave Tank a good fight, but we all know he didn't win. People are praising him like he won that fight against Tank, like he's a great fighter. But you know what? That's okay. I think that's good for him in his career. But when he comes against me, it'll be a totally different fight. You know what I mean? So strong words by Jose Valenzuela. I hope the young brother gets everything that he's asking for, everything that he deserves, because he is, you know, a great fighter, a great young fighter, one of the great upcoming prospects that I'm gonna keep my eye on a little bit. But I appreciate everybody sliding through this thing. Skin the heart away, Southern T. This ain't the past, this ain't the future, but this the present. That's how we rocking, and I'm out. Love.